on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
Kenny Nwangu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Vikings at 4-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. Dancing to his left.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. He's got room at the 30.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Jones. Complete. Smith has it.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here on this Thanksgiving holiday 2022.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Off play action. Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Folks, kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Play fake. Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Off the play fake, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their intent. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 20! Touchdown, Vikings!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field silence those thoughts there. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Harris running straight ahead. And some space here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Following the interception, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones buying time to his left. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now this throw caught left side. And finally taken out of bounds all the way out near midfield. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Play action now. Cousins.
Open man. Once again, it's Thielen.
Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 52 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now Cousins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Parkey adds the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 20, 10, 5, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Jones now to throw on third down. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to let it go again.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Patriots are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Cousins. Flush to his right.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Pats are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 39, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing, Jones. Being chased out left.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar, 46 yards.
And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jones throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Cousins on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Rolling to his right. A throw on the money to Rager. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. He got 29 yards that time.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Cousins will try and throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the 1st half.
And my goodness, another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Going deep here for Parker. And this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A gain of 22 yards.
Now Jones. This is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6.
And now here is another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis.